Hey, what's up? So we're taking a look at this program called PSoft Pencil Plus 4. And what it does is it makes a line art out of your 3D models, and it costs quite a bit. It's like $475, and it's by a company in Japan. It's made for animation. But this is a plugin that you install in Blender, and it references the little app outside of Blender, which you see on the right there, the PSoft Pencil Plus 4. Yeah, so let's take a look at it. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a line node, and this is the pencil view node tree window. You can see it there. See, I'm setting a keyframe for the camera just to make sure it stays in the same place. Yeah, so just checking some stuff. And then what you do is you add a line set, and then I'm selecting the objects that I want to first have its separate line art, and then you can click add, and when you click add it brings up a window of all the objects in your scene, but the stuff you selected is already selected, so you just have to click add and then it'll put it there. And as you can see, there's like 3 items there for the car, and you can do this for objects or you can do it for materials. I don't use materials, so I'm just doing the objects. And then you can do things like relative, absolute, and these are all things that change the look of the line, so we'll mess around with that stuff later. So right now I'm just looking to see how to get the real-time preview, and this is another little add-on where you turn on viewport rendering in real time, so that way you can look at the line art. And there you can turn on background color, and this isolates the line art from the background more. And then click on brush settings, and I see that I just have 2 windows that are doing the same thing, so I close this one. So now I just have the one window with the brush settings. And I'm going through and looking at some settings. I don't know if I've learned how to use everything yet, but you can see I'm messing around with it, and I can see the size of the line is a little too big, so I'm reducing it here to 0.80. 0.20. Still, that's too thin, so I'm going to probably bring it up to 0.6 eventually, I think, 0.60. Or 0.40 looks okay. And then, yeah, so that basically you can isolate different sections of objects to have their own pencil line, and you can tweak those lines accordingly. So I'm just messing around with settings, seeing how they work, and you can see the little PSoft window on the right is doing the actual rendering of the line art. And there you can see I turned on size reduction. This is probably one of the main advantages of this over line art that comes in Blender for free. Is that you can actually have a fade to the line as objects recede in the background, so it looks a lot more natural, and that's. You can tweak it with the graph here. I'm doing the curve, and you can tweak how much it fades and how much it is bold in the foreground. It's pretty cool. Here I'm selecting the buildings in the background to give them their own line art tree. Yeah, just selecting all the multiple objects. There's a couple of stop signs and stuff that are separate, so I want to get those in the group. Those are all selected, and then I go to add line set, and then I click add, and those objects are already selected in there, so now I can just say okay. And all those buildings will have their own line art, which I can tweak separately from the car line art, which is pretty cool. This program is intended for animation, like anime and stuff like that. They use it on shows like Evangelion and things like that. So it's kind of priced for that. 475 is a lot, and I'm using it for mostly just backgrounds for storyboards. So it's not really priced for that kind of use, which is unfortunate. So I don't know if I'm going to pay for this. This is a demo. It's good for 15 days, so you can see if it works on your system. You can try it out and see how it works. Yeah, line art. The line art that comes with Blender might be enough for me. This is really cool, but it's almost too powerful. I mean, it's ideal for what I want to do with it, but 475 is just a lot to eat for what I'm using it for. You know, it's a legit business expense, so maybe I don't know. I can get a job I'm on to comp me for the price of the software or something. I don't know, because it does save a lot of time. And you can see where I have the buildings on the left and they're on line set, but the buildings on the right don't have a line set, so they don't show up when I select background color, when I select a white background. But it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's a good look. It looks you can. There's a lot of tweaks you can do to make it look a little bit more like line art, like actual artwork, which is pretty handy to have. Like right now, it's kind of just a basic line, but there is some change in the line when it goes off in the distance, and you can tweak all that. Yeah, just gotta kind of mess around with the settings and stuff. It's pretty cool. I would check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Here I'm just kind of messing around with the compositing section where you can have your regular render layers, and then you can have a pencil for render layer, and you can output a composite of it. And when you hit render, it'll show up, with the 3D background, and you can turn the regular render layer off and just have the line art separately. So this is the render output, and I have no idea why it made the headlights white like that. Something I did in the model, but it rendered as white. And then you can see that the line art is an alpha, so you can overlay that over whatever kind of background you want. Here it just looks gray, but if you put it over a white background, it would be like black line over white background. Looks pretty cool. Very useful for any kind of artwork background and stuff. You can see the stop signs are not rendering because I didn't have it in the group. So I'll go back and add those in by selecting them. You can't see it here, but I'll select them and then I'll add them to the drawing group, and then it'll automatically be a part of the building line art. Here I'm just looking at some of the settings for like the different edges. It uses as a process to create the line art. You can tweak all that and mess around with it. So it has a reduction setting and an alpha reduction setting. So the alpha, you tweak that and it makes the line art looks like it kind of fades in the distance instead of just gets smaller in the distance. So it's like you can have it disappear in the background, which is kind of cool. Probably really useful. You can see what relative looks like compared to absolute. Not sure how you would change the resolution from 640, 480 to something higher there, because I didn't see a setting for that. you can have like wireframe show up, and here I'm trying to turn it on, but I'm reaching the limits of what it can render, so it times out when it tries to get a render from the software. So I have to turn that off and just go back to the regular render, which, you know, this is a fairly complex model. It's not hugely complex, so there are limitations as to like what kind of model you can use if it's like highly complex and there's lots of like different little things and objects. I mean, this one's fairly complex. You have all that railing and stuff, but it seems to do a pretty good job with it. It gets a little thick in the background, and but yeah, I think you can mess around with the settings to make that look a little better. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And that's a pretty weird look. The car really fades in the background. It looks so different from the building in the background. So I'm messing around with the curve to try to tweak that, make it a little more natural looking. That made it really heavy in the front. And yeah, you just gotta kind of mess around with it until you get a look that you're liking. It's pretty interesting.